sportsnetusa.net. Albert, how you doing?
Doing great today, Cerwin. So in for another edition of Husky football right here on sportsnetusa.net as the Huskies face off against the Wolverines of San Bernardino College.
And Huskies kind of muffed that return, but they got an opening. Pick up. He's got speed. He's going down the field to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Huskies!
And what a way to start off this game, Cerwin. As you said, that looked to be like a muffed return, but somehow East LA able to recover the little bobble and run it in for a kick six.
I like that, kick six. Again, not usually when you see a muff on a punt return, on a kickoff return, usually it spells a lot of trouble, or it can spell a lot of trouble. But the Huskies were able to pick it up. It really was untouched. He found the crease on the left side, going towards the near sideline, and just took off.
Absolutely, sir. And like you said, like usually that type of play spells trouble, but somehow East LA able to keep that presence of mind and return that football all the way down home.
So Huskies line up for the extra point. And the kick is up. It's good. And before we can sit down and take our first sip of water or refreshment or anything, Huskies are up 7-0. Only 15 seconds off the clock.
Literally 15 seconds into the game, and it is 7-0 Huskies.
I got to see if that's a record, maybe the fastest touchdown scored by the Huskies in program history there. But
record or not, it's probably one of the more impressive plays we've seen from East LA all season.
So, we didn't even get a chance to really set the scene up a little bit. Like we mentioned that.
I know, it's thrown us off our entire game, just like East LA has thrown off San Bernardino Valley.
And San Bernardino Valley, this is a team that struggled at 1-7 on the season. However, it's interesting to note that their last two losses were actually really competitive. They only lost by 14 to Cerritos, and then 2 weeks ago against the conference leader in Golden West, they only lost by 3 at home, 20-17. So 1-7 struggling, but there are signs that they may be being more competitive. So the Huskies will have to mind their P's and Q's today. Short kickoff, return, and tackled at the 32. So San Bernardino will set up shop. Huskies basically will start with their defense, but they're not going to be mad about that because they're up 7-0.
So it'll be the Husky defense lining up for the first time today. There was a flag on the field. I did miss what it was for. Actually, looks like there wasn't a penalty at all, so I don't see any movement on the football, but I did see the white hat making some sort of gestures, so I'm not quite sure what exactly the call was.
Well, there's a Husky player who has yellow sneakers, so maybe the flag. Well, at any rate, 1st and 10 on the 32 for the Wolverines. Huskies 4. The runs to the quarterback keeper. Huskies were not fooled. A couple of Huskies there, 57 and 90. 57, that is Juan Caldera. And number 90, Trayvon Thomas. It'll be a tackle for a loss of a yard. Huskies shot to earn their 6th victory, which will guarantee them a winning record for the season. And that's important. We'll tell you why in a second. 2nd and 11. There's a flag as soon as the ball is snapped. Run to the middle about 2-3 yards. We'll see what the flag is. Usually when the ball is snapped and they let the play go, it's usually something on the defense. So maybe offsides or see what the call is. Yep, and it is offsides against the Huskies, so free 5 yards for the Wolverines. So it'll be 2nd and 6 now for San Bernardino Valley. Lining up in the the gun with a running back to the left. 4 wide bunches on the near side. Drop back to pass. Oh, nearly intercepted, but there's a flag on the play. Usually in the area of defensive holding or maybe some sort of pass interference. Didn't see any contact, but
looks like holding on the defense is the unfortunate call against East LA. So that should move the chains
automatic first.
Automatically.
Oh, not the start defensively you want to see for the Huskies. You got 2 penalties already. This is a team that you would think the Huskies would be able to maintain and control defensively. So 1st and 10 at the 46. The run goes nowhere. Another tackle for loss. Tymier Jackson
looks to be a loss of about 1 on that play there, Cerwin.
And again, this is if the Huskies can continue this pressure, defensive pressure, particularly early on, is one reason why you don't want the Huskies to shoot themselves in the foot with penalties, because you don't want to give a team yards that they may have trouble gaining on their own. And then maybe they get a little confidence, and then you never know. So 2nd and 11, getting the gun with a running back to the right side. Drop back, quick pass, complete to number 3, and immediate tackle. The tackle made by DJ Shanks. Keelan Jackson with the reception. They'll go for
gain of about 5.
5. They'll call it 5. So it'll be 3rd and 5. It'll be 3rd and 5 in the Elac territory, just at the Huskies 49. Again in the gun. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Looking for a quick pass, and it's going to be over the head. Incomplete. Good pressure by the Huskies up the middle to maybe have the quarterback launch that pass a little sooner than he would have liked to.
That's going to take us to 4th and 5, and SBVC will punt.
So not exactly a 3 and out, but the Huskies still do the defense does the job.
An excellent way to respond after 2 back-to-back penalties.
Oh, the punt is dropped. Is he going to get it off in time? No, he won't. He throws it ahead for incomplete. It'll be a turnover on downs. Oh. Huskies with a nice break there. Don't have to worry about punt return. They don't have to worry about being backed up. They'll get the ball near midfield.
Could have been a potentially devastating play there for the Wolverines, but luckily for them, a Husky player did not intercept
that pass.
Like a very, very loopy pass and falls for an incompletion.
And how about not only did he was able to get the pass off, but the fact that he didn't fumble it again when he tried to pick it up, or that he picked it up, period. Because, Bill Belichick once said that the most important play in football is the punt. And we saw one reason why. Because a lot of things can go wrong. Only one thing can go right. Huskies, you see Jillian Carter in a quarterback. Pass is complete on the sidelines, and he scoots forward for looks like about a yard. See if they give him they'll give him a yard to midfield. Linesman is standing on the inside of the 50. No, the ball nose at the 50. So a yard on that pass completion.
So 2nd and 9 on the 50.
And interesting to note that Jillian Carter is starting for the Huskies. We do see Trillian Harris, who had gotten to start before last week. He's on the sidelines. He doesn't have a helmet on, but he's on the sidelines suited up. He did tell me this week that he was feeling better, so let's see. Carter rolls, passes, complete on the near sideline, makes a guy miss, a couple guys miss, and edges forward for about 3.5. Pass complete to DeAndre Knox. Knox had a big game last week, had over 136 yards receiving. Was big in helping Huskies come from behind against Citrus. Carter didn't have a good game in terms of completion percentage last week, but he made the plays in the fourth quarter when the team needed him to. So 3rd and 5 here from the Wolverines 46. Play action. Carter, he's going to run. He's got some room. First down and more, and he kind of stumbles out of bounds at the 33. So Carter only needing 5 yards and had the lane there, so he took off. His first 2 touchdowns last week were of the running variety, Albert. So Carter has the ability to use his feet as well as his arms, excuse me. He's not ambidextrous throwing the ball. 1st and 10 from the 34 Wolverines. Pitch outside to Honstetter. Honstetter has some room, hops over a defender, and is brought down at the 25. Looks like he'll have about 8 or 9 on that play.
That looked more like a diving leap from Hofstetter than an actual jump. He just dove right over, trying to get that first down, and does so very easily.
You know, we said Honstetter does sound a lot like Hofstetler, which is, you know, you're old.
Hofstetler will now be Hopstetler.
No, he would not be Hofstetler. He'd be throwing the ball.
He got hops.
Even though Hops, well, Jeff, I'm thinking about the Giants quarterback who once backed up Phil Simms and ended up having to win a Super Bowl for the Giants. So 2nd and 2, short pass, incomplete on the near sideline. That looked like it was going for Price and Corbin. Pass just a little outside of his reach. So 3rd and 2, but it gives the Huskies some options here because 3rd and 2, you can try a run play, or you can, if you're Jillian Carter, you know you can make a play with your feet as well as your arms. So the Huskies still have plenty of options here on this 3rd down in a short situation.
So East LA looking for a first down and trying to get into red zone territory here.
Drops back to pass. Instead, he's going to take it himself, and he gets some room, and there's a flag down as he skirts out of bounds. Skirts, I just created a new word. Now, it looks like it's going to be maybe a hold as he was running. The question is, did he get the first down before the flag was thrown, depending on where the flag was?
And it looks to be it's going to be a costly one, as they are definitely walking back those gains.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's costly. So it looks like the flag was thrown at the 25, which would have been short of the first down. So probably an unnecessary hold because he already had the outside lane, Albert, and could have gotten the first down. So one of those situations, sometimes you call not so bad holding calls, but that was a bad holding call in terms of where it was.
So the holding call takes us to 3 and 12.
Yep, 3rd and 12. Carter back to pass. He fires it. It is complete on the near sideline. Camarion Thornton with the catch. Now, it'll be short.
Ball's placed on about the 23-yard line.
Oh, wait, no, he got it then. Interesting. Nice awareness of the sticks there by Thornton. Good throw there by Carter. So it looked like he might have been officially short, but no, he got
just
exactly
right
what he
on the
needed.
money.
Yeah. So 1st and 10, good throw. Oh, defense jump, but free play, airs it up, incomplete.
So we'll see what the call is here.
Usually,
it's either a false start or offsides, but considering the jumpiness, my guess is probably going to be, there it is, offsides.
Well, if it was false start, they would have blown the play dead. Even though it did almost look like maybe a couple of Husky linemen jumped, but that was after the Wolverines jumped first. So 1st and 5, Huskies drop back to pass. Carter flings it towards the back of the end zone, incomplete. He's looking for Like Jalen Moore, he was looking for. Kind of ran off the screen a bit there. I like the play call there, Albert, because you figure 1st and 5, you got 5 free yards. Why not take a shot for the end zone?
It was definitely drawn up the right way. Definitely a good play call. Just overthrew Moore.
So 2nd and 5 now. Carter in the gun. Decides to take it himself, lose a tackle, and he gets the 5 yards and more than he needs as he's tackled, it looks like, at the 10.
So that'll be enough to move the change. So 1st and goal coming up.
Now, the trick is for a quarterback who's mobile is you still have to keep the defense honest with your arm, because if you rely on your feet too much, particularly later in the game, the defense will key in on it. And those 5, 8-yard runs you enjoyed in the first half will turn into 2 or 3-yard runs in the second half. So 1st and goal, Huskies run into the, it's a keeper by Carter, and he's in for the touchdown.
An easy touchdown read there by the Husky QB. Looks like we got another flag on the field as well.
Hopefully it's not a holding call, because that was a good play fake to the running back.
Looks to be like the flag was thrown after he went to the end zone. So my guess is probably an unsportsmanlike conduct call.
Touchdown is good. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike against San Bernardino. Oh, there's offsetting unsportsmanlikes. So I guess maybe a couple of the players joined each other, said the wrong thing in front of the refs. So offsetting personal fouls. Huskies touchdowns on the board, 7:32 remaining. Extra point try on deck. Kick is up. Booming kick, good. So 7:32 left. Huskies with a 14-0 lead on the Wolverines of San Bernardino Valley College. We started to talk about what the Huskies have at stake here for the rest of the season. Fortunately, they're not going to catch Mount Sac, or they're not going to catch Golden West, who will be battling out for the division for the conference championship. However, word on the street is, Albert, is that if the Huskies win their final 2 home games, which is today and then next Saturday versus Cerritos, that they very well could host a bowl game sometime after Thanksgiving.
That would be some exciting times. There was a flag thrown on the play during that kick, but the penalty was declined. It was offsides called on San Bernardino Valley.
Huskies will be kicking from the 35. Oh, no, maybe it might have been assessed because they kicked from the 35. Interesting. Short kick, fielded at the 18. Run up the middle, got some room. Tackled by a Gangle. I'm creating words here, Albert. A gang of Huskies. I think I was going for a gaggle, and I completed.
That's a gaggle of geese. Well, it should be a pack of Huskies.
There you go.
Pack of Huskies.
So the tackle's made at the 35. So Huskies defense take the field. San Bernardino will have the ball, 1st and 10. Huskies having one linebacker showing blitz. See if they'll rush 4 or if he'll drop back. He goes to the outside now. Snap. They do rush 4. And pass is quick up, pass outside and complete.
Excellent pass rushing there by East LA to force a rushed pass.
Yeah, that linebacker
almost came up with an interception there. Like, I believe the chance was there, but didn't have enough mustard on it to actually really get it.
Right. But he definitely forced the quarterback to throw it quicker than he wanted to. Look at Cole Meisman. He's the quarterback for Valley. Sophomore out of Rapid City, South Dakota. 2nd down and 10. Roll out, short pass complete. Try to set up a little inside screen. Tackle is at the 41, but there is a flag thrown. Flag was thrown as soon as contact was made, so let's see what this is.
See the referees conferring here.
Looks like they're backing up.
Illegal man downfield.
Interesting. We said that looked like an inside screen, didn't we? And sometimes.
Sure.
Okay.
We were all over the play read.
Well, sometimes with those screens, the bubble screens, it's easy for a lineman to
kind of get lost,
in
the chaos
and move further down than he should. So they lose 5. 2nd and 15. Now at the Wolverines 30. You got 3 wide receivers on the near side. Pass is dropped back. Short pass complete to number 3, and he goes nowhere.
That's going to be another loss of 5 on that tackle, so it should be a 3rd and about 20 coming up.
Tymere Jackson had that one sniffed out as he made the tackle. Huskies forcing San Bernardino backwards. So 3rd and 20. Now 6:27 and counting. They're saying 3rd and 16, but it really should be about 3rd and 20.
Might be closer to 3rd and 18. We'll see. Because, the first down marker is on the 45, and they're currently placed on the 27.
Okay, so, so 3rd and 18. You're right. I got a timeout here as Coach Godinez for the Huskies called a timeout. I guess he didn't want them to give up, be out of position to give up a big play. Definitely, right now they're in a position where they can put their foot on the throats of the Wolverines, so you don't want to give the Wolverines any opportunity to get life.
And this would be an excellent time to do so, up by 2 scores very early on in this game.
Huskies starting fast in this one. Again, they're up 14-0 on the visiting Wolverines of San Bernardino Valley. 6:18 left in the first quarter. And you got 3rd and very long for the visiting Wolverines. They're in all white shirts, white pants with silver numbering and silver helmets. Huskies going all black today. Black shirts, black pants, white numbers, green helmets, forest green helmets. And it's 3rd and long.
Five on the play clock. Ball is snapped.
They rush 5. They're chasing him, quarterback. He's flushing. He's running for his life. He's going to turn headway up. And, he kind of interesting. He kind of the quarterback took a hit, but really kind of absorbed the hit, but kept going. But I guess he was knocked out of bounds.
Flag on the play, closer about the 46-yard line.
This would be an interesting call.
Flag was thrown before the hit, so we'll see what the penalties are assessed here.
Hopefully it's not a defensive holding. I think it's just where you would see it. And unfortunately, that's what it is for the Huskies, defensive holding. So free 10 yards, automatic first. So
unfortunate
penalty
penalty called on East LA there. Really negates all the hard work that the defense had put up until now.
Yeah, and that's just something they're going to have to watch for in this game. They can't. This is a game we're seeing that there's evidence early that the Huskies can dominate, potentially dominate on both sides of the ball. You don't want to give the Wolverines any light by giving up free plays. So they're going to tackle on 10. Looks like 10 yards from the spot of the foul, not just 10 yards. As the ball's going to be placed in Husky territory at their 48.
So an extra costly penalty there, considering the ball was on the 23. First down marker was the 46, and now they get moved up to the 52.
So Coach Godinez is going to have to talk to his defense after this series about grabbing onto those receivers and not being a little too handsy. Looks like the referees are looking for that. So 1st and 10 on the 48 for San Bernardino.
Oh, so it's the 52. It's really the 48.
You said 52?
I said 52, but it's really the 48. We did do that last week.
And we got
penalty flag in the backfield.
He gets about, looks like 8. They're going to say about 7. They're going to say usually when a player slides, they always mark the ball down when he begins to slide when the leg hits. But it looks like this will be coming back. And it's an offensive holding.
So back-to-back holding hauls. One on the defense, one on the offense here.
Kind of doing the penalty tango right now. We've seen this a few times this year. Where both teams just, have a drive where they're riddled with penalties. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
So it'll be 1st and 20 here for the Wolverines. East LA looking to push them back a little bit more.
And they try to set up the screen to the outside. Huskies sniffed it out, forced to run up at another flag.
Flag thrown about the 41-yard line.
That's the thing that'll lengthen the game too, Albert, is consistent penalties being flags being thrown. Let's see what the call is this time. Offsides.
So offsides on the defense. That's going to give them another 5 yards.
Coach Godinez, he's usually he mans the defense while offensive coordinator Dwan Drummer usually handles the offense. So you got to imagine that. And defense is Coach Godinez's calling card. He was a safety in college, and he loves defense. And that's really his calling card. So you got to think that he might be a little frustrated with his defense's lack of discipline, given that they're showing the ability to maybe able to make plays consistently in the backfield. So they don't need to keep giving up yards on penalties. 1st and 15 from San Bernardino 47. High snap, handled. Blitz. Quarterback flushes out, evades all of the pass complete. How about that? To number 1, 2 tackles broken. He's still on his feet. Tackle at the 2. Excellent pass, excellent play by the quarterback to get free. And the completion, it's 24 to the completion to Daquan Davis. Running back just ended up downfield on a broken play, and he actually broke a couple of tackles and ran another 15-plus yards to get into the red zone here. So 1st and goal for the Wolverines at the Husky 3.
First red zone opportunity here for the Wolverines tonight. Go for a run and is stuffed up the middle.
It looks like they'll lose 2. They'll lose 2 as the Huskies had that sniffed out. So 2nd and goal from the 5. It's interesting to see what the Wolverines try. Motion, fake the run. Not fooling the Huskies. Oh, the pitch pass was dropped, so it is an incomplete pass. But this is, if you're Coach Godinez, this is what's got to frustrate you about your defense, because so far they've been all over every play, virtually every play that the Wolverines have tried to throw at them, except for that broken play.
And they really pulled that play, from the bottom of the bag of let's just try this and see what sticks. And then, a few broken tackles later, they were down on the 3rd yard line.
Yeah, that play was not executed to design. It was very much.
It was not drawn up that way. Happy accident for the Wolverines.
Oh. 3rd and goal from the 5 for the visiting Wolverines. High snap. Looks back. He's got some room. He's got a chance to throw the ball, and it's going to intercept it. It's intercepted. And he's going to try to run it back out. He turns the corner, and he's forced out. That is Tymir Jackson.
Tymir Jackson with the red zone takeaway for East LA.
You saw the danger with the Huskies putting the pressure on the quarterback in the backfield. He's scrambling, trying to make something. He figured maybe, hey, listen, I scrambled, broke the pocket, got away from some defenders the first time, got a 30-yard pass play. Maybe I can get lucky here. Not the case. Tymir Jackson waiting for that pass. So Huskies kind of left the door open a bit for the Wolverines, but they shut it hard and fast. The Pack did with that interception. So Huskies offense will come out at 3:13 left in the first quarter at their 18, excuse me, 1st and 10.
So deepest field position so far for East LA.
And the runs inside to Honstetter. Get up to the 20. It looks like got about
gain of about 3.
Well, okay, they're giving the 21, excuse me.
Gain of about 4, so 2nd and 6 coming up for East LA after the interception.
So Huskies offense looking to the sideline as the play is being called in. You know which one's Drummer because he always has those neon green gloves on. The playbook at his sideline, at his hip, excuse me. 2nd and 6. Carter hands off to Honstetter. Gets swallowed up inside. Wolverines were waiting for that. It'll be, looks like maybe a half a yard.
Right, made by number 10, Tyler Smith.
A half yard. So 3rd and 5.
Bring up third and 5 on the Husky 22.
Substitution for the Huskies as DeAndre Knox, who had the big game last week in the Huskies comeback, comes in at wide receiver. Huskies got a wide receiver that's split, 2 on each side in the gun. Drops back pass, fires it, complete on the near sideline.
That's to number 18 for East LA.
Bryson Corbin with the first down catch. So good target, good throw, good design there. The sideline pattern. 1st and 10 at the Elac 32 with 1:25 to go in the first quarter. Huskies in no rush. Handoff up the middle. This is Smith. He's got speed. He broke a tackle. He's in Wolverine territory. He's looking for more room, and he's finally brought down at the Wolverine 27. Tyler Smith. Huskies like to use him as a change of pace back to Honstetter, and you see why there, Albert.
And they've definitely changed the pace with that play as East LA has moved into Wolverine territory.
Tyler Smith's got
55 left on the game clock here in the first quarter.
Carter, despite the fact that he didn't have the greatest completion percentage last week and with his 3 interceptions, did acquit himself fairly well, particularly as someone who was started the year as the backup quarterback. So 1st and 10, play action, rolls to his right, fires deep. Oh, crossing pass, a little too hard off the hands of
Look to be to Corbin again.
Yeah, just fired a little too hard. Maybe you can make a case that if it hit him on the hands, he'll hauled it in. But good idea by the Huskies to get. Corbin was open on that crossing pattern. So 2nd and 10 for the Huskies. 27.6 seconds left in this first quarter. With the Huskies up 14-0. And they take the handoff. They fake it to Smith, but Carter keeps it and surges forward for about 3 yards, maybe 4. 3. 3rd and 7 from right outside the 24-yard line for the Wolverines. And they'll let this clock run to 0 as we are at the end of the first quarter. Huskies driving with the ball, and they have the lead 14-0 on San Bernardino Valley. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back on sportsnetusa.net.
So we're back here live from Weingart Stadium for the start of our second quarter. Huskies on 3rd and 7 here.
Pass complete.
Pass broken up, but
Amazing catch by number 10, Tyler Smith.
amazing catch. That pass was absolutely broken up by the Wolverine defense, but somehow Smith able to catch the pass deflection and come up with a first down.
That was beyond description. You know, at first when
We're speechless.
Yeah, speechless because at first it looked like he might have Bernardino almost had the interception. Instead he broke it up, but the pass was still in the air, and just Tyler Smith was in the right place, right time. So 1st and goal for Elac at the San Bernardino 2, excuse me. Smith flanking Carter. Quick pass. Complete. Touchdown! Huskies. And that's a defensive lineman eligible. Flag on the play, but first let's get that touchdown catch. Jaquez Harvey put in as an eligible receiver. Harvey, 6'5", 285. All he had to do, he barely jumped, Albert. All he had to do was 91. 9-1.
So we'll see what the call on the play is for the penalty.
Probably unsportsmanlike because of celebration or something like that.
So ruling on the field is a touchdown.
Huskies they're not afraid to use some of the defenders who have good size. You often seen the Gabriel Floyd, who's 6'3", often lined up in red zone situations, goal line situations for the Huskies to use his size. And that was Jaquez Harvey, who's 6'5". You just, hey, listen, I'm taller than the defensive guy who's guarding me. Don't put the ball up there. I don't even know if he had to jump, Albert. He just kind of reached up and grabbed the ball.
Official call by the referee for the penalty was a dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct. So penalty will be assessed after the play.
Extra point is good.
And the extra point is good by Ethan Rodriguez.
21-0. Huskies lead visiting Wolverines with 14-17 left in the second quarter.
21-0 with 14-17 left on the clock in the second quarter.
So back-to-back scores for East LA within the first minute of each quarter so far.
And a little creativity in the red zone there. Huskies using their tall defenders as targets. I mean, why not? If you're deep,
If you have the height advantage,
the height
you should
advantage,
be able to use it.
Yes, you should.
So 14-17 to go here in the second quarter. East LA up 21-0, about to kick off to the Wolverines.
So and here's the sportsmanlike being assessed. So they're going to move the ball from the 35 to the 20.
So we'll see how much of a kick we'll get with that penalty being assessed to East LA.
On the kickoff here, see what type of foot he has. First two kickoffs were a little on the short side. Got a good foot under this one. Ball is fielded and dropped at the 19, but the Wolverines get the ball and a good return. They're still on their feet before two Huskies drag down the returner at almost midfield.
So a good recovery return there from the Wolverines. It'll be 1st and 10 coming up from their own 47-yard line.
We got a numerical update on the uniforms from the SID over at San Bernardino Valley. So thanks, William, for that, if you're listening. And we'll, as he's was adept enough to send the email to Stephen Morales, one of the event techs and also kind of our CIF expert in-house. Valley's got the ball at their 46, 1st and 10. 14:07 left in the half. Drop back pass, get protection, and incomplete. Pass broken up.
By number 23 of East LA.
My eyes to work here, and that's Tim Fleischert. So a couple changes here. For San Bernardino Valley, number 31, Javante Trueheart is actually wearing number 8. And number 7, who normally is Raheem Ramsey, is wearing number 16. And 16, Xavier Carter, is not in the game. 2nd and 10. Drop back pass, pressure, pass overthrown on the far sideline, incomplete. Looks like the pass is going for Isaiah Hughes. He's got some height on it. He's 6'5". So a good idea to throw it up high, just a little too high.
Yeah, when you're down by as many as you are at this point in time, at some point you got to be able to throw the ball effectively to really get you down the field and have a chance at scoring.
Which actually plays in the Huskies' hands for the most part. I'll explain why in a minute. 3rd and 10, play action, quick pass, batted up, incomplete. But Fleischert again on the coverage. Good coverage there. Isaiah Hughes again was the target. The Huskies forced to punt. So defensively speaking, a couple of areas where the Huskies, when they've struggled, where they struggled through the season is in the run game, and also on deep passes. However, if you put a team that's down 21 in a situation that feel like they need to pass to try to catch up, that actually plays in the Huskies' hands because their pass defense usually is pretty good. They got the guys that can put pressure on quarterbacks, and they got DBs that can gobble up interceptions, as we already seen earlier. That punt is off, and it looks like it's going to be let to bounce. And the Huskies look like
they just let it roll. You don't want to be the
no,
guy
you don't
that
want
touches
to
the
it,
ball
no.
and allows for a worse field position or worse possible position for the Wolverines if they happen to take over.
And actually, you think the Huskies would have learned from last week when that actually happened to Citrus. One way the Huskies were able to come back, Huskies punted the ball, and it looked like initially the Huskies maybe down to near the goal line, but the referees ruled that on the ball's trajectory coming down to the ground, it glazed the Citrus player, so they ruled it a live ball on the Huskies' recovery. So thankfully, they were smart to let the ball roll. So 1st and 10 from inside the Huskies 20. It's going to be run. Going to be keeper by Carter. Nothing doing there. Wolverine snuffed that one out. Second and 10. Basketball season, just so you know, we've got a bit of a change in the seasons here as November hits, Albert. Soccer for Huskies are wrapping up, play their last games on Tuesday as part of the South Coast Conference Tournament. Water polo just finished their season today. Hats off to aquatics coach Diana Romero for having a vastly improved season for Elac women's water polo. 2nd and 10, pass far side complete. It ran out of bounds at about the 23. Keandre Douglas with the reception. So it'll be about third and 3 from the 26. Basketball starts this weekend. Well, women's basketball started. got 2 games already, Albert. They're already 2-0. Coach Turner's crew.
Good start for the Lady Huskies there.
So we have 3rd and 3, drop back pass. Short pass complete. All sorts of
That's a
room.
first down.
He's still on his feet. He's running. Slips a tackle. 2 tackles forced out of bounds.
Great catch by number 21.
Looks like he's marked out about the 45-yard line.
Keandre Douglas with the nice catch out of the short catch, turning into a long play.
Ball is on the San Bernardino Valley 45. Big first down.
Eluded a couple of tackles and got a nice yard after catch there.
Yeah, almost saw open field, but Wolverines able to keep that from happening.
Yeah, they forced him out, but not before he got to the 45 of the Wolverines, so 1st and 10 for the Huskies. 11:43 and counting in this half. Carter rolls to his right, throws just a bit outside for incomplete.
Looking for number 27.
And that was Maurice Newton he was looking for. Pass just a little outside Newton's reach, throwing to his left shoulder, outside his left shoulder.
So 2nd and 10 from the 45, 11:37 left.
Men's basketball will start next weekend as Huskies line up here for a 2nd down. Carter fakes the run. Instead, he keeps it. He's on his feet, and he just runs out of bounds. Avoids his contact wisely. Gets about 4. It would be 3. It would be 3rd and 7 from San Bernardino 43. Yeah, men's basketball begin their season next weekend, and we know Coach Mosley is cooking up something good, as he always does. Play action. Pass complete on the near sideline, and tackled at the
Right at the 35, so that should be enough to move the chains. And the refs have given the signal, and it is indeed a 1st down pass.
Baylor Corbett on the catch. First time he called his name today. He's a 6'3" freshman out of Laker Ridge. Huskies doing what they need to do to keep the ball moving, keep the sticks moving. 1st and 10 inside the San Bernardino 35, or outside the San Bernardino 35.
Yeah, moving the ball nice and efficiently, killing clock, and just keeping the Wolverines on their toes.
Carter drops back. Oh, he got hit on the arm as he threw the ball, but thankfully the ball traveled forward, so it's an incomplete pass. One of a few times the pressure, San Bernardino pressure got to Carter.
2nd and 10 for the Huskies. 10:21 remaining in the 2nd quarter.
So 2nd and 10 coming up. Pass was intended for Baylor Corbin there. That was incomplete. 10:21 left.
I'm making an observation here about the quarterback play after this down here. The Huskies with the 21-0 lead with 10:21 left. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Another drop back. Carter tries to run, but this time he drops the ball as he's tackled. It's a fumble. San Bernardino recovers, and he's forced out at the Elac 43.
Fumble on the play.
Carter kept trying to make something happen as he was hit and dropped the ball. So big play by the Wolverine defense there, Albert.
Yeah, poor ball security there, and the last thing you want to have happen from your quarterback, who has been reliable all game. And, you know, like hopefully the offensive line able to step up on their next protection there, because like you got to be able to protect your quarterback who has been giving you so much time to make plays. And, you know, I think the offensive line really failed him on that particular play.
Yeah, I mean, and good credit to San Bernardino for, like I said, even play before that they got to him. So they really got to him this time. But again, he kind of had the ball in one hand, looked like he was still trying to make a play, but ended up dropping it as he's hit. Strip sack fumble recovered by the Wolverine. So they have the ball in Husky territory in good shape here. First down. Oh, and there's encroachment. That's going to be a free play for San Bernardino. Deep pass, and it is overthrown and complete. But it's not going to matter because the visiting Wolverines will get 5 yards, 5 free yards on that one.
Offsides is the official call.
Announcing the cheer 50-50 raffle. The winner will be announced at the end of the third quarter.
So the Wolverines with possibly a little bit of light here, as they got 1st and 5 in Husky territory at the Elac 37. Had the ball off for the run, but not much doing. Huskies were there, weren't fooled by that. That was Trayvon Thomas.
So gain of about 2 on that play. So 2nd and 3 coming up.
Drop back pass, sideline pass complete to number 3. And good job by the Huskies to swarm to him before he can really turn upfield on that corner and get to the first down marker.
Taken to about the 39, so actually going to be short yet again. So 3rd and short coming up here for the Wolverines.
Yeah, they only got about a half yard on that play. Again, good contain there by the Huskies on the outside. That'll be important to see them continue to do that and shore up the outside defense, as that was a problem for them early in the season, particularly against Golden West.
So we'll see if East LA can come up with some great defense yet here again.
3rd and short. They got pressure and intercepted.
Oh, it's intercepted.
It looks like, is that number 16?
Multiple flags flying here.
Shoes Brinkley, who's made some nice plays this season, got the pick off. However, want to see if the flag was thrown before the interception was made or after.
The flags look to have been thrown at the point of the interception. So pass interference is going to be the call against East LA.
So Wolverines with a big break there.
San Bernardino is keeping the ball.
So San Bernardino able to retain possession on the pass interference called on East LA.
And get 15 yards to boot.
So that's going to put the ball on the 34-yard line and give them a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 on the 34, 8:41 remaining. 24, sorry, I was going off the clock, which was incorrect. It has now been updated.
Richie Rosales, retiree, longtime Elac staffer here.
Cut up some slack.
Oh, Richie's great. I'm not trying to put him under the bus.
I'm not either. I'm cutting him some slack.
Yeah, Richie's great.
You don't have to be doing this.
And run to the outside. First big positive offensive play. Actually, second positive offensive play for San Bernardino will get them into goal line situation. Excuse me, goal-to-goal situation. Wait, be first to goal at the Husky 6.
So it looks like there was a flag on the play here, as we see the referee calling the ball back. So it was a great run, but that run has just been negated.
And probably the reason why it was a great run, because it was offensive holding.
Yeah, we're able to run for days if your offensive line is just holding people back.
Literally.
So 2nd and long coming up for the Wolverines.
So
actually, 1st and long, sorry.
Very long, about 1st and 20. So a break for the Huskies. Let's see what they do with it. Quick pass to the outside, and tackle was missed.
Able to kind of roll off to the side there.
Still brought down, but Trey Coburn had ideas for a big hit, but didn't wrap up. So San Bernardino was able to get a few extra yards on that, but good pursuit by the other Husky defenders to not let that play go for longer. So 2nd and
15, gain of about 5 on that play.
And that should, that'll be a false start. blew the call dead there. The play dead.
Oh, yeah, refs already calling him back for that false start. So that 5 that they just gained, they just lost. So it should be 2nd and 20.
So again, we're doing a bit of the penalty tango here. With the Huskies up 21-0. Oh, let me see those moves again, Albert.
No, I'm good.
You teach it to Steven.
I could.
Yeah. You know, the tango would be his kind of speed of dance. Where's Steven? 2nd and 20 from the 35 for the Wolverines. High snap handled. Drop pass. Incomplete.
Broken
knocked
up
down
by
Brinkley.
16.
Brinkley thought, you know what? I had one interception called back. He's trying to get another one. Read the play well there. So now 3rd and 20. And unless San Bernardino has a kicker that can, let's see, 35, this would be about 52-yarder. Unless they got a kicker with a great leg, it's probably 4-down territory, or maybe even a pooch punt if they don't advance here. 3rd and 20, 7:20 remaining on this first half. Drop back pass, flushed out of the pocket, looking for a play. Pass is made and completed by number 1, who's got some room, and is he going to make it? Oh, wait, the ball came out, but they're going to say he was down before the ball came out. So the question is, did he get to the yard marker?
It looks like he just might have extended the ball enough to get that first down.
I don't look where the linesman is standing, and look where the marker. Marker looks like it's ahead of right ahead of the 15, and where he's standing is right before the 15. So that's going to be 4th and 1.
Wow.
So actually, good first down saving tackle there by the Huskies. But man,
so I think like he probably just got the extension, but his knee was probably already down before he got the extension out. So great eye there by the judges.
So little misdirection play was not fooling the Huskies as they stuffed the Wolverines. Turnover on downs.
Tackles made by 57 and 90.
Looks like they tried a little misdirection handoff there, but nothing fooling the Huskies there.
Creative play, but East LA has been able to read those little fake run plays all night.
Yeah, San Bernardino really hasn't been able to get anything going on the pass, on the run.
6:29 remaining in the second quarter.
So Huskies defense stands up the Wolverines. They don't allow San Bernardino to try to convert on that fumble. And offense will come on to the field with 6:29 left in the second quarter. 1st and 10 at the East LA 18. And this is Frank Alvarez, and a quarterback, and a short pass to Tyler Smith dropped. Incomplete.
Pass was incomplete, intended for Tyler Smith.
So get a notice that Frank Alvarez is in now at quarterback for Jillian Carter. Also noted that we saw Julian Harris suited up. He didn't have a helmet on, but he was suited up. So I'm wondering if, given the opponent and the score, if the Huskies coaching staff are trying to hold out Harris, maybe let him rest another week before Cerritos comes in next Saturday. So 2nd and 10 from the Husky 18. Alvarez looks pass, and it's complete. Nice throw there by Alvarez. Complete to Camarion Thornton on the far sideline.
That'll bring up a Huskies first down.
Excellent first down pass.
Nice pass, good catch. Thornton is 6 foot 180. Got a little size to him.
6 minutes left here in the first half.
Huskies 21-0, looking for more before the half. Little pitch to the outside to the speedy Tyler Smith, who's hit, but not before he advances to about the 45. So good job by him to extend. He got hit, looks like at the 42 and extended about 2 or 3 yards. So good job by him to get those extra yards. 5-yard run, 2nd and 5.
Yards after contact is a great thing to track, and he's definitely the type of player who can rack up those types of yards.
Which makes him even more dangerous, given that he has that speed. So gets the ball here, but he won't be. Well, he's still pushing forward.
Pack moving forward,
Pack
able to
moving
actually, under his own power, was pushing against like 3 other players before the Pack caught up to him. So gain of about 3 there. Looks to be 3rd and 1 there coming up.
A 3rd and a long one, but an impressive, probably one of the more impressive 3-yard runs you'll see. So again, 3rd and long, well, I guess we call it 2. Maybe 2 or
It's like 1.5-ish. They're right there.
Alvarez keeps the ball. Downfield pass complete. Got room to run. He's speeding past, and he is in for the touchdown. DeAndre Knox had the big second half last week at Citrus. Gets the big pass play here. Alvarez coming out slinging from off the sidelines. 27-0 with the extra point pending. 4:27 left in the 2nd quarter. So aside from that sack fumble, Huskies offense has pretty much shown that they can have their will and execute their will against the Wolverines so far.
Kick is up and is good. So 28-0. East LA leads with 4:27 left here in the first half. It has been all Huskies so far tonight.
And you figure with the Wolverines' record that it would be, but again, the last 2 games, even though the Wolverines lost, but San Bernardino had actually been more competitive and competitive against quality competition. Again, they only lost by 3 to Golden West, and they lost by only by a couple of touchdowns to Cerritos. So,
and that's something to kind of keep in mind. There is like you can never assume. Like a game script whenever you consider your opponent. Like just because a team on paper is, probably not so good, you can't have that mindset of, we're going to come in and wallop them. It's great if you do, but if you come in with that type of mindset, odds are you're going to make mistakes. And so far, East LA has lived up to the game script of we're going to come in and we're going to pound the Wolverines all night.
Pound the Wolverines, and also they've been able to get off some nice pass plays as well. Huskies doing pretty well with their short passes and runs, setting up the downfield passing.
Pretty much effective on all 3 sides of the game so far, both offensively, defensively, and with the special teams with that kick 6 to start off the game.
Yeah, the special teams with a big kickoff return to open the game as that kickoff goes out of the back of the end zone for the touchback. It's good to see the special teams making some good plays here because it's been no shaky so far this season. Kick return coverage, maybe a little spotty. Punting, last week's punting was, there's no way to kind of sugarcoat it. It wasn't good. In fact, if it wasn't for a late 67-yard punt, punter would have averaged maybe about 20-25 yards per punt, which you never want to see. Particularly if you have to punt from deep in your own territory.
And really from a kicking aspect, like when you look at it, this team has been better compared to some of the past years where we had no kickers. Like there have been so many games, like in the past couple of seasons, where we would have, East LA would have won so many games had they just been able to kick the ball.
Right. Actually, that was past seasons. How about past season, last season? Huskies easily could have won, at least 3 extra games?
At least 3.
They had
at least 3.
Place kicking? We're not talking about field goals, like long
That would
field
help.
goals 30, 40 yards would help, but just competent extra point kicking. So this looks like a call.
Ineligible man
offense.
downfield. So 5-yard penalty, repeat first down. So 1st and 15 with 4:10 left here in the first half.
Drop back pass, and looks like incomplete.
Broken up.
Shoes Brinkley's been all over pass coverage over these receivers today. There's always a fine line, particularly at this level, between aggressiveness and recklessness, right? And you want the defense to stay aggressive, even though you're up 28-0. But would you also want to make sure as they stay disciplined, because you don't want to give up free yards to a team that's struggling to move the ball against you. Second
Absolutely.
and 15. Deep pass. Huskies got it read, but no, the completion is made. Nice catch there by Isaiah Hughes.
Big time pass for a Wolverine first down.
And we mentioned earlier that Hughes is a big target. He's 6'5", 203. Out of Stanwood in Seattle. So first and 10 at the San Bernardino 47. Huskies bring pressure, but instead quarterback breaks the pocket, but not before he's tackled at the 49 of the Huskies. See who got the tackle there. And that's Tymir Jackson. But there was a flag thrown.
So referees will confer here. We'll see if that run will be coming back.
Usually in the vicinity of some sort of holding call or something like that, but let's see.
Yeah, the flags are along this along the line of scrimmage there.
Let's see what they.
So
offsetting
calls.
Offsetting calls. So chop block, was that chop block and a?
Yeah, chop block and offsides.
Okay,
So the illegal block was called on the Wolverines, and offsides called on East LA.
But and again, defense at this point you're up 28-0. Again, aggressive, but you don't need to be offsides here. You don't need to give them anything. So run to the outside. Number 3 has some room. Almost turns the corner and is tackled at the Husky 46.
Run by number 3, Keelan Jackson for a gain of about 6.
Be second and 3.
Brought down by number 23.
2:55 left in the half. And Huskies up 28-0 on the visiting Wolverines of San Bernardino Valley College.
So we'll see if the Wolverines are able to come up with a first down here and extend their life here in this first half.
Drop back, pass to the outside, complete. Oh, interesting collision there. Looked like Huskies had the initial tackle, but he kind of escaped.
Yeah, hard hit made by number 9. He'll be walking to the sidelines on that one. Almost took down the receiver, but wasn't quite enough.
No, but thankfully his teammates were there, right there. So only maybe a gain of a yard.
Actually, no gain at all as it's 3rd and 2.
Okay. So 3rd and 2 at the Husky 45.
Wolverine trying to go for a little bit of a hard count there, trying to catch East LA offsides.
You see Zach Camarena clapping, probably telling him, nice try. We're fooling us on that one.
That's going to be a delay of game. Or actually, no, looks like their timeout called just in time by the Wolverines to avoid the delay of game. So 1:42 left, 3 and 2 still for the Wolverines. So with that timeout, we're going to take a quick break ourselves. You're watching Husky football right here on SportsNetUSA.net. So we're back from the timeout. Wolverines have 3rd and 2 on their own 45, East LA 45 with 1:42 left.
And the run is inside, not much, but it'll get the first down.
Run by Davian Williams.
And there's Davian Williams, freshman running back out of Auburn, Alabama. Come a long way. Come play in Southern California. Gets the first down at the Husky 40-yard line. 1:35 left in the second quarter. Huskies lead the visiting Wolverines 28-0.
So 1st and 10, 1:25 left and running.
Which is important because you would think if you're San Bernardino, you want to try and maybe get some sort of score before the half.
Yeah, get a little bit of a moral victory here.
Drop back to pass. That ball is thrown low, incomplete.
Complete pass. Intended for number 11.
He's looking for Hughes, who made the big catch on the near sideline a few plays ago
Wolverine second.
to get to San Bernardino into Husky territory. But at least that'll stop the clock for San Bernardino.
Yeah, that'll buy them some time. They also have 2 timeouts remaining.
1:08 left, 2nd and 10 from the Elac 40. Drop back pass in the gun, quick pass out, complete on the near sideline. And that will be number
Pass completed to number 81, Jordan Woods.
It's number 81.
Yeah, number 81, Jordan Woods. Freshman out of Redlands. And it's close to the first down, but he's a yard short, so it's 3rd and 1 at the Elac 31.
Ball required at the 32-yard line.
Runner again to the outside, and does not get there. That was Tymere Jackson who kept
Run by number 8 for
this
Monterey.
Wolverine runner from turning the corner
For a short
to try to get that first down. So big 3rd down stop there.
So 4th and 1
Jackson.
coming up with 34 seconds and running left here on the clock. So no timeout will be called here. At least looks to be no timeout called by the Wolverines. So it's either we go for it now or we just go into the half.
Yeah, pretty much. 20 seconds and counting, 4th and 1. They're going to do fake handoff. The pitch outside, stuffed. And Huskies will get the ball back with 12 seconds at their 33.
It was a good executed play, but unable to get the yardage necessary, so that'll be a turnover on downs.
And you mentioned, Albert, earlier that San Bernardino, they have it in their bag, so to speak, to have, misdirecting handoffs or pitches on the outside, but Huskies are not being fooled by any of it tonight.
Absolutely. Like there have been the few times where they've been, a little bit caught off guard and have been caught off sides a couple times. But other than that, like East LA has played some pretty solid defense and very clean defense most of the night.
And Huskies not going to try anything with 12 seconds left. They're just going to get into the kneel down formation. Alvarez will. And the kneel down is in. And with 10 seconds left, they're going to let the clock run and head into the lockers. As we approach halftime here at Weingart Stadium, East LA College 28, San Bernardino Valley College 0. We'll take a break for halftime. Albert's got some tacos he's got to go grab. We'll give him a head start, and we'll take a break here. We'll be back for the second half. SportsNetUSA.net.
Stay tuned. Halftime is 20 minutes. So we're back for the start of our second half here, about to begin the third quarter, as the Huskies are looking to kick off to the Wolverines, who will be receiving.
Elac leads San Bernardino Valley 28-0. Huskies pretty much were able to do what they wanted in the first half. We'll bring up some stats here that will support that from the first half as the Huskies look to kick off. Kind of end over end, fielded at the 25, returned up towards the far sideline, still on his feet. Huskies finally bring returner down, but at the 48, so good field position for San Bernardino to start their drive.
Excellent start there for the Wolverines, looking to gain a little bit of momentum here at the start of the second half as they're down by 4 scores, 28-0. Our score here. You're watching Husky football right here live on SportsNetUSA.net. I'm Albert Robles. Next to me, Cerwin D. Haynes, yes ID, for your East Los Angeles College Huskies. Cerwin, what do you think has been really the key so far for the Huskies dominating the Wolverines in this game?
They've just been able to execute their offense, actually execute on both sides of the ball. They're executing their offense. They're doing what their game plan, and on defense, it's been a shutout in terms of score, but not complete in terms of yardage. We'll get to that in a second. Huskies defense here, 1st and 10. They run a little end around, but the Huskies, they broke a tackle, broke 2 tackles. It takes forever for number 14 there, to Andrew Lewis to bring him down.
Looks like it was number 3 with the run yet, so I think that was
Jackson on the end around. He's a sophomore out of Shadow Creek. It's in Houston, Texas. So big first down run. Now, it's a large mountain to climb for the Wolverines, but hey, you know, they got a good starting point off the kickoff return, and now a nice 18-yard running play on the end around. So 1st and 10 at the Husky 35. And another run to the outside, tried to get to the outside to turn the corner, could not. He's run out of bounds for a loss of about 2.
Yeah, running with some conviction, but running in the, not the wrong direction, but not the direction you want to be. He was running north to south when you really should be, running downhill, trying to actually gain some yardage. It actually goes down for a loss.
Huskies actually been done well today against the run. They've only given up a net of 24 yards rushing. Overall, Huskies leading the yardage total tally 242 to 139. 2nd and 12 from the Husky 37. Drop back pass on the gun. He eludes the pressure, scrambles, throws forward. Pass incomplete off the hands of Isaiah Hughes, which we're seeing as a favorite target here for Meisman. Now, 3rd and 12. Husky show blitz. They're going to bring 6. Short pass complete to number 3 again, but he breaks a tackle. He gets the first down. He slips at the 20 and mad at himself because he could have got more.
Another great run there by number 3 for the Wolverines. And again, as you can see, that he was pounding on the ground like he knew he had the end zone within reach.
Looks like on offense it's going to be the Keelan Jackson show as he's gotten all the positive yards so far for the Wolverines. 1st and 10 at the Husky 20. And looks like a flag. They're going encroachment on the defense. So Huskies will give up 5 yards. San Bernardino will have 1st and 5 at the Husky 15. So they're in the red zone.
Yeah, second trip to the red zone here for the Wolverines. First attempt wound up with a Husky interception that they promptly eventually returned to on that drive ended in a touchdown.
Tried to run to the outside. The Huskies read it all the way, penetrated off the line, and brought down San Bernardino runner. That was number 8, Antoine Fowler out of Rialto, who was brought down.
No progress was made, actually a loss of 2, so 2nd and 7 coming up.
Snapped, drop back. He's got some room. He's got some space. Instead, he's going to throw on the run. Pass is complete. Added in for the touchdown.
Touchdown pass caught by number 11.
Isaiah Hughes, who's been the frequent target really in the first half, and now here early in the second half, gets the touchdown catch for San Bernardino Valley as they break the schneid here for them. Get 6 on the board with extra point pending.
Yeah, great play by Hughes there to actually, get the pass, which would have been, for a first down, but able to break through loads of Husky contact and run it in and get into that end zone.
So you're seeing 2 things now if you're Coach Godinez that you want to focus on with your defense second half. One is maintaining discipline on broken plays, particularly when the quarterback escapes the pocket. And 2, getting your guys to wrap up. Extra point is up and through. 28-7 now. Huskies lead San Bernardino Valley with 12:07 left in the third quarter.
Point is good. That brings the score to Huskies 28, Wolverines 7.
So maybe the defense relaxing a little too much on that drive, Albert.
Yeah, you definitely, expected for East LA to come up with something big here, knowing that they've been able to make great stops and great plays on previous drives from the Wolverines. Unfortunately, on that one, just unable to make the necessary tackles to prevent the Wolverines from getting into the end zone. But, not everyone can play a perfect shutout game. It's a hard thing to actually do. And eventually, not to say that the Husky defense is gassed, but, coming out of, the tunnel, maybe a little bit too amped up. Maybe had too many juices flowing to actually, think properly and, make the play necessary. Maybe they could be a little bit tired after, just giving them the business all first half. So we'll see how East LA responds to that opening drive for the Wolverines.
And you see a good return there for the Huskies on that kickoff return.
Return about 20 yards by
Maurice Newton. So on defense, the Huskies, when they swarm to the ball, when they were able to read the play, they've done really well. But they need to work on a little bit on their one-on-one tackling.
First down from the 30-yard line.
So Huskies offense going to work, and we see Frank Alvarez back out at quarterback. He came in late in the first half for Julian Carter. Let's see if Carter's got his helmet on the sideline here. Run play for Honstetter up the middle, a bit to his left. Picks up about a couple of yards.
That'll be a 2nd and 8 on the Husky 32.
One thing I will say about the Husky running game is outside of Carter running, Huskies running backs have been okay. They haven't been exactly blown the doors off on the running game, but Frank Alvarez fired a strike there.
To Baylor Corbin for the first down, number 81. Right there in the bottom part of your screen, just above number 2.
Corbin gets the first down. Run to Honstetter. Stiff arm, gets the corner, turns and tackle, but not before he gets to the 49. So good first down run by Honstetter.
Almost a first down. Looks like he's going to be marked just short, so should be 2nd and 8 coming up. Sorry, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, 2nd and 2.
Reverse that.
Yeah, 8 yards
Yeah,
on the run.
8 yards
There you go.
with 2 to go.
2nd and 2 at the Husky 49. Alvarez decides to drop back. Short pass almost bobbled but fell incomplete. It was bobbled. You worried that maybe if it bobbled in the air.
He had the one-handed grab, but as he was coming to collect it in to get both hands on it, that's when the bobble happened.
Right. It was under pressure, too, because he was being hit as he was catching it. Like seeing, though, Alvarez being aggressive in his throws, though. So you like to see that. So 3rd and 2. Husky 49. Gonna just give it inside to Honstetter, who gets just enough for the first down. Needed to, got to. I would say one word to describe the Husky offense tonight has been methodical, Albert. We've seen them be able to get themselves some big plays, have the big yardage plays, but really it's been methodical. They've gotten some on the runs, and the passes have been maybe mostly short to medium in flavor. 1st and 10 at the Wolverine 49 for the Huskies. Alvarez play action. Throws a fade to Court on the far sideline.
That's going to be a catch and a first down.
And that is Bryson Corbin, who's called his name a few times today. Huskies will set up shop here at the 37 of the Wolverines. Run to Honstetter. He evades a couple tackles, still on his feet. He's in the middle of the field. He's breaking towards the near sideline. He's got room, and he's finally brought down at the 7. Big run there by Honstetter. His biggest run of the day.
So that'll move the chains and then some. Big 1st and goal coming up for East LA.
That's one of those things you keep poking, create little cracks. Keep poking at the little cracks, become big cracks, and that's what Honstetter did, made a big crack. So 1st and goal for the Huskies at the Wolverine 8, with 8:44 and counting in this 3rd quarter.
East LA, as you said, Cerwin, very methodical. Like every play has been perfectly designed and executed to get them just enough for what they need in that situation. And in that play, like that run to Honstetter was absolutely enough.
Double pitch. Didn't get much, though, for the Huskies. Maybe he might have lost a yard. And there's a flag on the play coming in at the very end from the end zone. Not sure what happened there. I mean, good job by the Wolverine defense to kind of sniff up that double pitch end around. Personal foul against San Bernardino. So should be the 5 yards, a half the distance to the goal. So let's set up give the Huskies a fresh set of downs at the 5.
Yeah, so a little bit of a mental weakness there by the Wolverines to create such a foul. Like, you already know that you had made the stop. There's no need to do such more when you're already down, the 21 points that you are. You can't keep giving East LA these free yards and free sets of downs.
Especially against a team that's shown they can move the ball against you the way the Huskies have done. 1st and goal at the 5. Alvarez looking outside line, almost picked off, but incomplete. Kind of floated one to the outside that was almost picked off.
The ball was deflected, almost broken up, really.
Almost picked off, but then Keandre Douglas actually had a shot at it, but like you said, it was deflected on the near pick.
So 2nd and goal coming up. 7:47 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Huskies up 28-7, looking for more. Second and goal from the 5. They're going to try to run, but San Bernardino snuffed it out. The ball was given to Keandrick Douglas. The Wolverines had it tag Hiram Samanu on the tackle. Looks like the
So there was a flag on the play. Offsides called on the Wolverines.
Looks like they might have hit the Huskies for a 5-yard loss, but instead they're gonna Huskies gonna gain. Actually, they're gonna gain more than 5. They're gonna.
So it's a half the distance to the goal.
Right.
So if they were on the 4, they're now on the 2-yard line. So second and goal on the Wolverine 2.
You gotta be hitting yourself if you're San Bernardino, because that's 2 good stops there on defense in a red zone situation, and it's negated by penalties.
Yeah, so Wolverines have had their chances to get the Husky offense off the field.
Oh, that pass floated to.
Good coverage broken up that time. That looked to be number 23 on coverage there for the Wolverines, breaking that play up.
Let's see, it looks like the pass is intended for, is that Douglas there? All right, see who it was. But no, number 23, good pass. Jaden Woods, good coverage on that corner fade. Coverage is actually on Jalen Moore. Ball was intended for. So
third and goal, less than 10 on the play clock. 5.
Will the Huskies get this off? They do. And they're gonna, Alvarez is going to run it. He's going to try and poke through it. He does for the touchdown. Alvarez on the keeper. Runs to his left, looking for a hole, finds the hole, dives through. And the Huskies get 6 more.
A great read there and run by Frank Alvarez to punch it in for another 6 easy points there for East LA. Just dominating so far.
Easy, but like you said, it was a good read because he's running to his left. He had to find a window, the right window to dive through, and he did.
Especially since the Wolverines have been, finding all those windows and shutting them down for East LA. Yeah. But Frank Alvarez is able to find that perfect windowsill, climb right on through.
Well, he dove on through like Brother Man used to do in Martin. For those of you who remember the Martin series, Brother Man used to kind of dive through or sneak through the window, sneak on out. So 35-7. Huskies go back up by 28 with 7:06 left in the third quarter. So a quick shout out to our PA man, Jimmy Carell, who is actually the assistant coach and husband of our women's soccer head coach, Jessica Carell, who is helping us out today on the mic. So appreciate you, Jimmy. Women's soccer wraps up their season on Tuesday. They go play at LA City at 6 p.m. for the 9th place consolation bracket for South Coast Conference women's soccer tournament. The men will also play, playing for a 9th place finish in South Coast Conference tournament next Tuesday, and after that, it'll conclude both their seasons. Water polo finishes 5th in the conference. They won their 5th place game today. They conclude their season, a much improved season for head coach Diana Romero, who's here with us tonight. And that kickoff is fielded at about the 21 and returned upfield, but there's an injured Wolverine.
And a flag on the play as well on the Husky 30-yard line.
And that flag came from deep where Huskies kicked it, so I wonder what that is. But first, we got an injured player. Like he's really in pain there. Who that is? Is that number 1 or?
Little hard to tell, but he is in some definite pain there. Yeah, that looks to be number 8 there. He's trying to get up, but medical staff trying to keep him on the ground. Trying to keep him from moving as much as he is so they can properly assess the situation.
One thing is the Huskies were able to get a decent tackle on the return, so no big return for the Wolverines. So the Huskies will Wolverines will take over. It looks like at the 36. Imagine Coach Godinez getting his guys to, or maybe talking to the guy over the last series as Antoine Fowler gets up and runs off on his own power. So glad to see that. Nice hearty show of appreciation by the fans here. Huskies defense is actually kind of simple, which is, you know, stay on your assignments. Don't over pursue. Stay disciplined.
So the penalty was assessed as there was a flag on the play, and there was offsides called. I believe it was on the receiving team there.
So they'll start at the 36. Balls give a double reverse. However, the Huskies haven't sniffed out, and it's actually going to be a pass incomplete. Looks like maybe a double reverse option there, but the Huskies had that one read. Isaiah Vasquez coming in from the far sideline on that reverse, but he's actually also listed as a quarterback.
Able to get off the incomplete pass just in time. Otherwise, that would have gone down for a big-time sack for this Husky defense.
A good job by the Huskies not to be fooled by that.
Yeah, so instead we're going to have 2nd and 10 coming up.
Ball snap, pressure up the middle, flushes the quarterback out. He's going to run for it, and he's got the first down and a little bit more. So he runs out at they're going to say mark him out at the 30, at the 46. But it's still good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, great run there. I was able to avoid any contact and get that first down untouched.
It's also a good game for the coaching staff at Huskies to take notes on what things worked well, what things didn't work well, because you know Cerritos is a better opponent coming in next Saturday. So I'll give them a chance to look at some tape and clean up some things, even though the Huskies are up big. 1st and 10. Pressure, pass still completed to number 11, but he's tackled at the 50, so he doesn't get much.
Gain of about 3 on that completion.
That might have been Dre Towns that got to him.
So Wolverines doing their best to kind of chip away here. Really more chipping away at the yardage necessary for a first down. Not so much chipping away at the score, but they do currently have, points on the board.
2nd and 6. Run inside, sandwiched up Camarena. And who else there got the hit? Looking to see Fleischhood. So Zach Camarena and Tim Fleischhood combined on the tackle there. 3rd and looks like a short 5. Oh, we call it a long 4 at the Husky 47. Huskies show some blitz. Gonna bring the pressure. Quarterback, he's trapped. He's trying to run out. And, nice catch there by number 15. And he's forced out of bounds. No, he's not forced out of bounds. He's still in bounds.
He's going to take it all the way.
Tackles, and he is in for the touchdown. And, that's going to have to make Coach Godinez not happy at all. I mean, it's one thing to flush the quarterback out, and then he just so happens to find the running back, in this case it was Devion Williams, happened to be open as a safety valve downfield, but did not force him out of bounds or force him to the ground. He had about another, 35 yards dancing down the sidelines, eluded, 3 tackles there. So we were just talking to Albert about, even though with the Husky with the big lead there, got plenty of tape to study, to improve on things for Cerritos comes in next week, and that's going to be one of the things I'm sure Coach Godinez and his crew is going to focus on in practice this week.
Yeah, Williams was getting slippy with that catch and run there. Almost should have been minimum a sack, but, QB for San Bernardino able to stay alive. I ducked some coverage and able to get a big-time pass out and complete for 6 on the board, and kick is good. So 35-14 is our score. Still very much in favor of East LA, but Wolverine starting to come alive and do a little bit of damage here in our second half. 4:40 left in the third quarter, and East LA is about to receive.
And the damage is being done basically on broken plays when the quarterback's being flushed out of the pocket. Huskies get the initial pressure to flush the quarterback out, but they can't seem to contain him, or they can't seem to contain the receiver once he's flushed out, the quarterback's flushed out and makes the pass. Again, one of the issues with this defense is they are a little vulnerable on the outsides. As the Wolverines barely get their 11th guy in on the kickoff coverage. Squib kick, and it looks like it was onside kick, and the Wolverines, they say the Wolverines have it, and they have
do.
it. Wait, and they do, they have it. Wolverines got the onside kick.
Number 8 with the recovery on the Wolverine onside kick. It's not very often that you see little onside kicks work like that, but with the current score of the game and the current position, it's exactly what the Wolverines needed to do, and they executed it perfectly.
And they executed perfectly, like you said, they needed to do that. And you got to think that the Wolverine sideline, maybe they're seeing the cracks in the Huskies defense. I mean, you know what? We think even though we're down 21, we see some opportunity here offensively for us. Let's try to get this ball back again. Let's not get our defense back out there. And let's take some shots. Why not? We're down 21. Why not take some shots like that?
Currently a 3-score game in favor of East LA, but if the Wolverines are able to put another 6 on the board with a full quarter remaining, down 2 scores, that is absolutely doable.
1st and 10. Run up the middle for 7. As Wolverines starting to slowly take the momentum away from the Huskies here. Again, the 3-score deficit is not insurmountable by any means.
Yeah, Wolverines starting to play like they got nothing left to lose other than the game itself, so they're just taking the shots wherever they can.
And remember, this is a team that only lost by 3 to Golden West. So Huskies got to really be on their P's and Q's here. Yeah, you had your way with them for the first half, but this is a team that's shown they can hang in with better competition. May not be able to beat them, but they can hang in there. So Huskies need to button things up here, particularly defensively. 2nd and 3, drop back to pass. A flag's thrown. Looks like it might be a possible offside, even though the pass is incomplete. Looks like Rayshawn Dorsey was on the coverage. So the penalty on the defense moves the sticks for San Bernardino. Wolverines have some life here, Albert. At the very least, they're wresting momentum away from Elac. 1st and 10 at the Huskies 38. 3:54 left in the third quarter. Short pass complete, and
Broken
not
up.
complete now. Broken up. Shoes Brinkley with the good hit in coverage.
Yeah, Brinkley has been one of those, speedsters on defensive coverage. He's been present for a lot of those, broken up passes, just coming out of nowhere to, make great contact and prevent any yardage gained. And in this case, a completion.
He had a big interception 2 weeks ago against Mount Sac. 2nd and 10 at the 38. Oh,
there's Brinkley again.
He was all over Xavier. No, that wasn't Xavier Carter.
Ramsey, the intended receiver for the Wolverines.
No, that wasn't Xavier Carter. Excuse me. That was actually Raheem Ramsey, who's wearing 16 today. Thanks to William Norris at San Bernardino Valley letting us know. Uniform changes.
So 3rd and 10 coming up.
Wolverines trying to wrestle more of the momentum meter in their favor, but the Huskies, if they get a stop here, can kind of put a halt to that. Drop back pass. Complete. No, incomplete. Excuse me. I meant to say incomplete. Pass is intended for Isaiah Vasquez, who is listed as a quarterback, but apparently he's in as what you call the ATH position, which you can put him pretty much wherever you want. And it looks like
that incompletion will take us to 4th and 10, so it looks like Wolverines are going to go for a punt here. And we'll see what comes up with it. Like, do you go with a fake here? Do you go with a squib? Or just like a big arcing punt here?
If he has the foot to maybe try to pin the Huskies deep, and there's a flag on the play, it's being blown dead. So maybe I see zeros on the play. Maybe it's a play clock violation or maybe a false start. Let's see what they call. Again, they blew the play dead, so you would think it's some sort of offensive penalty.
So it is a false start ruled on the Wolverines. That'll cost them another 5 yards, which I think is fine, as that'll give them a little bit more distance to kick.
Yeah, usually in this area, when you're in midfield or right, in the opponent 40, you don't mind to give an extra room to give your punter a chance to pin the returning team deep. So re-kick it from, gets the ball, kicks it from his 45.
So big arcing kick.
Shoes Brinkley decides to field the return. Maybe, I don't know if that was the wisest decision. As he's tackled immediately at the 6.
It looked like it was going to take that Wolverine bounce and go right into the end zone for a touchback, but unwisely picked up and returned to about like the Husky 6 or 7.
Yeah. I mean, Shoes Brinkley, he's been playing well defensively, but that wasn't a great read by him there. Particularly with those time bouncing punts, you never know. I mean, if you're in a situation where you drop it and the defense and the kicking team recovers, now they set up shop deep in your red zone. So,
yeah, not the best of field positions for East LA, but the main takeaway is that they prevented, possible points on the board for the Wolverines. Hopefully, they can come out with a score of their own here.
As fake run pass complete to the outside, still on his feet and tackled at the 23. Good play design there. As the pass is complete to Camarion Thornton.
That'll move the chains, and that'll be 1st and 10 on the Husky 23. 3:03 left in the 3rd quarter.
I don't want to call it a nice safe play, but I think it was definitely a good play for that quick pass to the outside. Give your playmakers a chance to do something. Alvarez drops back. Forward. It's almost
the
intercepted.
middle and almost intercepted.
Man, it was over. It was overthrown.
Number 23 on coverage there for the Wolverines.
It was over Corbin's head, and Wolverine number 23, Jaden Woods, almost came up with a pick in Husky territory. So instead, it'll be 2nd and 10. So Alvarez got a little lucky there. That's definitely ball overthrown.
Yeah, just a little high for Corbin.
Corbin, 5'11", out of Lake Oswego, Oregon. Another pass, this time complete to Corbin. Nice little corner route. Sideline route, excuse me.
Just short of the first down.
So just short of the first down there.
Well,
Should be about third and two. Third and short coming up.
At least he'll introduce the option of going to the run here. Short pass.
That's a completion to Corbin.
And he's twisted up at
just
the 35.
Past the 35. That'll be a first down.
Mm-hmm.
Pass was caught by Bryson Corbin.
157 and counting in this third quarter. Huskies up 35-14 on San Bernardino Valley College. And we mentioned earlier about the Husky offense being methodical. A methodical offense, it does a lot of good things. For one, it chews up clock, particularly when you're ahead. And secondly, it wears down the defense. Both scenarios is something that the Huskies could definitely use in this case. First down play action. Alvarez decides to keep it himself. He escapes one tackle, almost breaks another before he dives forward for about a yard.
Run by number 17, Frank Alvarez for a short gain.
Looks like it might have been a design run for Alvarez.
Second and 9 on the Husky 36. With just over a minute remaining in the third quarter.
Second and 9 on the Husky 30, just inside the 36-yard line. Alvarez quick pass to sideline again, complete. He's got room to run. He does so, gets a block, still on his feet. Gang tackled. He's still moving forward, and it looks like they're going to blow it dead about midfield.
That'll be a first down for East LA.
Keandre Douglas.
So great to see Douglas back in action. He was, pretty prominent 2 weeks ago when playing Mount Sac.
Huskies first and 10 at midfield. Those are ball on the yellow midfield line. 17 seconds and counting in the third quarter. Alvarez in the gun. And let's see if they decide to call play. The play clock's at 9, game at 4. They do get the play off. Run inside, not much there for Douglas. Maybe got about a yard and a half.
And that will take us to the end of the third quarter. We'll take a quick break ourselves. You're watching Husky Football Live on SportsNetUSA.net.
Great account. So we're back here. Fresh 15, fourth quarter here. Huskies up 35-14. You got the ball, second and 8 at San Bernardino 48. Alvarez back to pass, complete, and forced out at the 35 of San Bernardino.
And a flag on the play right where the completion was made by Corbin. We'll see what the ruling is. Looks like it's not being called back just yet. So possibly a pass interference called on the Wolverines. So we look at the white hat here for the official call. So personal foul on the Wolverines.
So that should tack on an extra 15 from where it was marked out at, I would think, the 35. So probably should Yep, the ball's right at right beyond the 20-yard line of San Bernardino.
And a timeout called. Looks to be by the officials.
I want to
Getting some clarification here.
maybe get the exact placement of the ball right, and they're going to restart the clock. So Bryson Corbin wears number 18, and it's
Should be Baylor Corbin
Baylor
with 81.
Corbin, 81. Alvarez been in since late second quarter. Head coach Bobby Godinez likes to get as many guys as game tape as possible. Those all who are looking for transfer opportunities. Frank Alvarez fires one. Oh, incomplete in the end zone near the sideline. Bryson Corbin. It looked like maybe the ball, maybe not quite through his hands, but maybe mistimed the catch there. Decent
Penalty
placement.
flag.
The flag is down at the 20.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on San Bernardino.
Wow, that's a huge one. Should get the Huskies another fresh set of downs. May even have goal to go here. As the ball is going to be a
That's
goal-to-goal
exactly
situation.
what it is. So half the distance to the goal called. So it will be first and goal from the Wolverine 8.
Love to know what that personal foul was on particular. You know, if you're the Wolverines, if you thought about, trying to wrestle some of this momentum away to maybe try to make a comeback, this is not the way you want to do it. It's not just giving up free yardage, big free yardage on defense. Alvarez back, quick pass, complete, and he's in for the touchdown.
Right to the corner to Bryson Corbin for a Husky touchdown.
Corbin, who's got a handful of catches today, finally gets a touchdown pass there. Huskies extend the lead back up, 41-14, extra point pending. So again, Albert, you were talking about how it looked for a moment there in that third quarter that San Bernardino was going to try and actually not try. They did start to take some of the momentum away from the Huskies to try to cut into the lead, which they did a little bit. But Huskies got a good stop on defense. Extra point up and good. 42-14. Huskies go back up by 28 with 13:37 left in this one.
So a great response there by East LA to kind of take away any momentum that the Wolverines were trying to build up. 42-14 our score with 13:37 left here in the fourth.
Teams come on for the kickoff. So Huskies, great job. Also, you got to note that San Bernardino did help them. It wasn't just like basically a 5-yard offsides. Those were 15-yard personal foul calls that gave up a bunch of yardage to Huskies. I mean, they've been doing well offensively anyway, but giving up extra, 30-plus yards on penalties.
Probably just those signs of frustration,
Right.
throughout the game where you just, start to get a little chippiness on your shoulder from, just giving up those yards, that you start giving up even more, letting out all your frustrations.
Also, looking at the San Bernardino sideline, you don't see a lot of players on their sideline. I mean, the roster looks like they got about 60-something guys on it, but I'm looking, and I don't know if I see 67, 65, 70 guys on that sideline. So maybe being shorthanded also is playing a part in that frustration. Booming kick, fielded at the 1, return up, got a crease, another crease, a broken tackle, another broken tackle. He's still on his feet. He's about to cross into Husky territory, but there's a flag down, and he's finally tackled at the 35. It took Jalen Moore to finally wrestle him down. However, there's a flag, and now there's another flag It's an extracurricular activity going on here.
So first flag is about the 35-yard line. So odds are this will probably come back to that point, if not further. Or perhaps there might be some offsetting calls with that late flag called after the play.
Usually where that first flag is, second flag is at the 46. First flag is at the 36. Usually that flag 36 is usually where you would find a holding call on a return, maybe perhaps on a return team. Well, let's see. Let's see about that second flag as well, Albert.
So my guess is probably some sort of holding call for that first flag, and then perhaps unsportsmanlike for that second flag that came in late.
Right, the extracurricular activity. One thing Coach Godinez has told his team throughout the season is to not get dragged into the nonsense and the horseplay, particularly when you're up.
Yeah, so you can see a little bit of gesturing there from the white hat. Looks like it's coming back. So personal foul called on the Wolverines. And that is the only penalty assessed. So that is going to bring it back to the spot of the foul.
So it turns an excellent return into just a decent one, as the Wolverines set up shop at their 40. 13:22 left in this fourth quarter. Huskies up 42-14 on visiting Wolverines at San Bernardino Valley College. Huskies got one more home game next week to wrap up the regular season. It'll be a significant one as they'll host Cerritos. Huskies hold on for the win today. They'll get their 6th win, which will give Coach Godinez his first winning season as a member of the national division. Remember, only up until 2018, Huskies were always in the American division. So long as that. So, deep pass, double coverage, but caught and complete. That is Isaiah Hughes caught the deep pass and wrestled down at the 25.
So Wolverines looking to claw back in a little bit here.
And I mean, that number 11, Hughes, he's 6'5", so he's a big target. So why not keep throwing it to him? Drop back pass, fire it again. That's why the pass is a little too far beyond Hughes. I mean, the two guys on offense for San Bernardino who have been featured is Hughes and Keelan Jackson, with some Isaiah Vasquez sprinkled in. Second and 10 at the Husky 26. 12:48 left. Drop back pass, late pressure coming in. Avoids the sack. Quarterback avoids a tackle, and he's finally brought down, but not before he gets to the Husky. Looks like 18. I mean 19, excuse me. He'll be a yard short of the first down. Okay, they'll say maybe 2 yards short. So 3rd and 2 from the Husky 19. San Bernardino trying to get some more points. Maybe too little too late, but they still want to try and get something here quickly as they do a quick snap end around. Broken tackle. Oh, Huskies bring it the noise on that one. Andrew Lewis came diving in and made sure he brought the runner down. No gain. Big 3rd down stop there by Lewis, Albert.
Yeah, that play had first down all over it, but Lewis with that hard, clean tackle prevented it. So it'll be 4th and 2, and you know the Wolverines have to go for it here.
No choice, down 28. No point in kicking the extra field, try to kick a field goal. Drop back pass. Quick pass completed. And then dropped. It's going to be a fumble. And looks like they're going to say he completed the pass, fumbled, and recovered. So,
and that is the call. So pass was complete, held on it for the necessary amount of time, fumbled it, and was recovered by the Wolverines. So it'll be 1st and 10
at the
from the 16.
16. Yeah, from the 16. So basically all that for 3 yards. But
it's the 3 yards they needed.
It's 3 yards they needed, even with the fumble. Blitz showing. Huskies having trouble getting the quarterback down, but not this time, and the ball's
sack
out.
And strip fumbled.
He's got nobody on him. He's trying to run. His check was Harvey. He's at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's trying to be brought down. He's brought down at the 5.
A great fumble recovery. A strip sack.
Now, Jacqueline Harvey already has a touchdown pass, and we see 2 flags on the field, one at the San Bernardino 48 and another one at the 45. So probably penalties on, looks like there are penalties on the return. Still awesome effort by Jacqueline Harvey.
There was a great block there by number 30 that allowed Harvey to get some extra yards. Otherwise, he probably would have been down at around the 40.
And you can hear the extra spirit coming from the sidelines and from the fans. See the big man rumbling downfield.
So a penalty about to be assessed here as we look to the white hat.
Personal
foul on the Huskies.
And an ejection. Oh. We got to look here and see who. He gave the thumb sign. It looks like someone's ejected.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure who that was on. I don't see.
See, Coach Godinez hugging number 90, which is which is Trayvon Thomas. Hopefully he's not the one ejected because he's actually a major part of. We gotta look and see if someone's ejected. We gotta see who we gotta look and see who's about to be escorted off the field. But since the looks
so
like
a flagrant personal foul. Looks like it hasn't cost them any yardage, but that did result in an ejection.
In the meantime, Huskies have 1st and goal at the 5. Pitch outside. San Bernardino had it read all the way. Honstetter will lose about 5 or 6.
I'm still listening for our PA announcer trying to give the number of the player that was ejected.
I'm trying to see who got sent to the side, who got sent to the lockers. And I'm looking at number 90 here. He's taking off his Trayvon Thomas. He's taking off his shirt and his jersey. Was he the one ejected? Hopefully not, because he's actually an important piece of the defense, and they're going to need him next week against Cerritos. Huskies, though, 2nd and goal. Oh, pass is just a little off the target there in the end zone. Incomplete.
Intended for Maurice Newton, number 27, for the Huskies. So 3rd and 12 from the Wolverine 12.
Still trying to figure out who got ejected. Third and goal. Alvarez fires one. Complete. Touchdown. Jalen Moore.
And I got a little faked out on that one. I totally missed the camera angle, so I do apologize. But this is Jalen Moore with the Husky touchdown there to the near side corner.
Where the cheerleaders are. Off the the track at the 50-yard line.
So Huskies able to come away with another 6 and make it 48-14, pending the extra point here.
Trying to see if we can talk to our contacts down on the field to see what happened. Extra point, meantime, is good. There's a flag on the play.
Extra point is good. There's a flag on the play.
So offsides on the Wolverines.
Encroachment, defense, penalty decline.
Penalty, of course, will be declined. And the result will be a good kick.
Well, with the extra point, Huskies 49, San Bernardino Valley 14 with 9:18 left in this one.
By the 50-yard line on the track. I'll go ahead and repeat the number one more time. 5, 5, 4, 9, 7, 6, 7. Huskies are prepping for the kickoff. Score update for East LA Huskies 49. San Bernardino.
Still trying to figure out
14.
who on the Huskies got the heave-ho. But as we do, Huskies set to kick off. I think Jarquez Harvey might have just earned himself a Defensive Player of the Week nod, at least a nomination. If not, maybe all-purpose. Streamline kick. It is going to be let go out of bounds for the penalty. So smart play there by San Bernardino to let the ball bounce out of bounds.
There's a penalty on the play. Kickoff went out of bounds, resulting in a penalty. Ball will be taken at the 35-yard line.
So I see, I think we got confirmation that it was indeed Trayvon Thomas who was ejected on that Jarquez Harvey interception, fumble recovery, excuse me. First and 10 at the 35, 9:18 left. Huskies up by 35 here. High snap, drop back, rolls out to his right, decides to run it, and will be stopped at the 43. Weissman using his feet, gets 9. The problem with being ejected in a game, Albert, is that that's an automatic 1-game suspension in it for the next game. 2nd and 1 from the 44. Handoff inside. Upended and tackled, but not before he got the necessary yardage for the first down. Williams. Straight run up the middle. You know, the total yardage offensively for San Bernardino is going to actually look fairly decent, I would think, by the end of this game. As 1st and 10, quick pass complete. The curls back inside and tackled right at the first down marker. That's not number 11 again, is it? It is number 11, Isaiah Hughes. Got to see what his catching number is going to be at the end of this one. Really the only Wolverines been able to make any significant plays in the pass receiving game as he's being helped off. He looks like he.
Yeah, Hughes has been the most efficient and effective receiver for the Wolverines, and an unfortunate loss if he's not able to come back into this game. It really won't matter too much in terms of the overall score, but in terms of the positivity and the moral takeaway, like the little moral victories that the Wolverines are shooting for, huge loss.
Yeah, because one guy that was able to make, like I said, make plays for him. Run inside, not much. Huskies, pack of Huskies snuff it out about the 40. So 7:36 left with Huskies up big, 49-14. For the most part, taking care of business against an opponent that, at least from the records show, they should take care of business against. Of course, there's nothing given about that, but they're doing what they should do. There's 2nd and 9 here from the Husky 40. Fake the handoff, pass to the outside. Huskies all over it, though. Pass complete, but for no gain. That's 16. No, 15, excuse me. No, it was 16. Which we're told is Raheem Ramsey.
Now we've got 3rd and 9 here for the Wolverines. 6:29 left here in the game.
Inside handoff. Still running, still on his feet. Missed, skipped some tackles going down the sidelines, finally forced out at the 11. Big run there by Davian Williams. So, Wolverines trying to get some moral victories here, Albert, like you mentioned.
So officially knocked out at the 13-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the Husky 13. So Wolverines do have a chance to get a fresh set of downs if they're unable to possibly come up with a score here.
Again, with the time, it's definitely too little too late. Pass is broken up at the very end. Nice job there. Is that Fleischer?
Big defensive play from the Huskies.
Oh, number 25, excuse me. Fleischer.
Number 25, Miranda.
Miranda. And a nice breakup. So again, Albert, we mentioned Huskies basically less than 6 minutes away from putting this win in the bag. 6 wins will give them their first winning season as a member of the National Division, which is huge since they moved to the National Division, about 5 years ago. Fade route. Caught in the outside. That'll be a incomplete. Oh, they're saying maybe he was out of bounds when he caught it.
It looks like he just would have been pushed out of bounds there.
Which is definitely not nothing for this Huskies program. A nice little hallmark, but Pack still have a lot more to play for. Because obviously 6 wins is not bad, but 7 wins sounds better. And from what we're hearing, 7 wins, if they can hold on, if they'll hold on today, which I assume they will, and they can get the win facing Cerritos next week, they'll be eligible to host a bowl game as that pass is incomplete. Now look back in the records to see when the last time the Huskies have hosted a bowl game in any capacity. May even be the first time in program history to be able to have hosted a bowl game. So that'd be exciting. Looking for their first bowl win as a member of the National Division, as we have 4th and 10 from the 13.
Yeah, so very exciting postseason implications here for East LA.
Yeah, obviously, Coach Godinez, preached to the kids that they wanted to focus on getting the championship as that field goal is good. Fortunately, losses to the 2 losses, particularly to Golden West and Mount Sac, kind of dipped that in the butt, unfortunately. But again, a 7-3 record. Huskies were 5-6 past couple of seasons, coming off of COVID. Made consecutive bowls, but did not win their bowl games. So this is definitely a chance for them to take a step forward from that. 5:27 left. In this one, the Huskies lead 49-17. Men's basketball is around the corner. Huskies will host Portersville
on the 17th.
On the 17th.
So that game will be on sportsnetusa.net. First basketball game that we'll be covering for your men's Huskies team.
As Coach Mosley is looking to once again reload and get to the state championship as he did last year. Came up just a little short, unfortunately. Lost in the semifinals to eventual champion Fullerton College. Short kickoff, fielded by Brinkley. Makes a decent return to the, still on his feet somehow. Got hit at the 35 and somehow made it to the 40. So good effort there by Brinkley. Women's basketball.
Shoes has some strong feet and some strong legs to keep that little scrimmage pile moving.
Part of the reason why his name's is Shoes. Actually, Coach Godinez actually told me his actual first name. It actually sounds, I forget what his actual birth name is, but it does sound close to Shoes. Like once you hear it, like, oh, I can see why they got Shoes out of that.
So it is kind of like a nickname adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
He is fast though. Like I said 2 weeks ago, like for a kid that quick, I could see him running himself out of his own shoes, and then Shoes just be like a fantastic nickname.
Fits him well. Huskies fake the handoff, but hit the rollout pass. And
little chippiness there.
But no flag, thankfully.
But no flag.
As Huskies get about 6 yards on that. 4:57 left.
At this stage, with the way the game's gone, the refs are probably like, all right, well, we'll give you a little bit of room because we want this game to end too.
Yes. I don't know if people have dinner plans because it's 8:45. Might be a little late for dinner for some people, but night's still young, Albert.
Hopefully, some of the people in the crowd, took advantage of the fantastic tacos available just outside the stadium.
And you speak from experience in terms of the tacos. You enjoyed those at halftime, Albert?
They were good, yeah.
All right.
Highly recommend for those who come out to Weingart Stadium.
M&M Tacos have been working with us for a couple of years now. Not just a football game, but other events, so we appreciate them. Also, shout out to the snack bar. Jerry's Snack Bar, my nephew, Jerry Snacks, as he's helped out by his auntie, also happens to be my wife, and family members, family affair running the snack bar. Also, you go by there, you'll see my baby boy out there helping out. Well, helping out as much as a 9-month-old can help out.
Yeah. Probably just reaching for the kettle corn. I can have this. No, too young.
Yes, those are definitely too young for kettle corn. Even though we did have started them on solid foods, but there's a method to it. You just don't give them anything. Try to keep the foods as natural as possible. So 3rd and long here, as the Huskies basically are probably 2 first downs away from running out the clock here. 3:09 and counting. See if the Huskies just keep it on the ground or if they try to maybe a pass to get the first down. Alvarez is flushed out, floats one out of bounds. even though you hate to see him stop, hate to see him stop the clock. Ideally, though, that is a smart play for a quarterback. If you're flushed out, you have nothing going. Don't take the sack. Just throw the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, like for that play, 3rd and 8, just when you're on the 50, just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Just get rid of it, kick it away, and I get the stops on defense, and you can put this one to bed.
As we got 2:49 left. We mentioned about basketball, so even talk about men's basketball hosting Portersville on that Friday. Women's basketball, they're actually there's flags in the backfield. I wonder what's going on with there. And that ball is fumbled and picked up by the Huskies, and they're going to blow it dead. The punt was muffed, fumbled, and Huskies recovered.
It is rolled Husky ball.
Now, there were flags thrown before the punt was kicked. So I wonder what's going on with that. The flags were thrown back where the punt returners were set up. So
I'm looking. So there's the white hat. He's going to meet with his officials, get the official call.
Oh, Huskies will call for 12 men on defense. So, oh no, maybe not. Let's see what's going on here. At first look at the defense was coming back out, but now, yeah, there you go. Okay. So the referees had to sort out the flags, but they still ruled that the muff punt was recovered by Elac. So Huskies advanced the ball the unconventional way. But women's basketball, Coach Turner, head coach Bruce Turner for women's basketball, longtime coach here for Huskies. Rare off year last year, rare down year, looking for a big bounce back this year. Entered the season ranked number 21 in the state rankings. And they've already played 2 games so far, yesterday and today, and they got 2 wins. So Huskies women's basketball off to a good start. Have a couple articles on them on the website. Huskies probably more looking to run the clock out than looking to score, even though they are in the red zone.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the Wolverine 15. So they do have the distance necessary to get a first down. Let's see if they can kind of run the clock here a little bit. So that's taken down to the 2-minute mark.
Of course, no 2-minute warning in college.
Yeah. And I was minute 55 and counting still.
And I have to say, I don't think the Wolverines' run defense has been terrible today.
They've been present, but it's really in like some little dump out and deep passes that the Huskies have really been killing the Wolverines in those types of situations. Aside from the massive penalties that San Bernardino has just really been granting East LA.
So Huskies looking to basically run the clock out. They got to run probably at least one more play here with 1:21 left. Women's volleyball is looking to wrap up their regular season on Wednesday. As that pass is complete in the end zone, they do go for the score and they get it. Touchdown.
And a flag after the play, probably an unsportsmanlike conduct. That's complete to number 27.
Maurice Newton. Huskies are not going to care about the penalty. Now, we're hoping that, San Bernardino Valley doesn't think that the Huskies were maybe, doing too much by passing, being up late in the game, being up big late in the game. But honestly, Huskies probably just had too much time left. to just simply run it out, given the short distance they had to the end zone. So they figured, why not just get the score?
Yeah, that's how I would assess it as well, because, like, you know, they were on
Like 17.
yeah, like the 17-yard line, something like that. Like, they had definitely some distance. I think the first down marker was probably like around like the 5 or 6 yard line. So at that point, like, yeah, you probably could have like decided to run it, but like, why not just, you know, put 6, and like you're still ultimately going to give the ball back anyway.
Right.
And like with the score, what it is, like, you know, like just, you know, try and get some reps. I don't necessarily view it as like a running up the score type of situation. I think it's just a game clock situation that any other team would naturally try to do.
Right. So they'll retry the extra point kick. Is good. So 1:10 left. Huskies 56. San Bernardino 17. Raleigh 17. So theme of this game, which will basically is academic, and we'll run down. Wait a minute, what's going on? Oh, I wonder why the referees are bolting so fast.
So an unsportsmanlike conduct called yet again.
There's definitely been a penalty field game, maybe more penalty field than you would think for what amounts to a blowout. But you know, the team's gotten to victory formation on the sidelines. The music's playing. You can see the players kind of bopping a little bit. You mentioned about other sports, so you mentioned soccer will conclude men and women soccer conclude their season on Tuesday. Water polo concluded their season today. Keep an eye out on cross country, particularly women's cross country. As we definitely will have a runner represented going to state.
Fantastic.
Tell you who in a second, because her name escapes me, which it shouldn't. She's an East LA native. Marbella Flores has had an excellent season running the paths for women's cross country here, and she'll be a strong contender as she will qualify for state. And there's a big run back here. Huskies, San Bernardino Valley, and touchdown saving tackle by number 87 for the Huskies.
I'm surprised the Wolverines didn't let that, run back into the end zone for a touchback, because it came that close to doing so. Almost seemed like an ill-advised pickup on that kickoff, but they run it back for almost 70 yards.
That's Sean. Not Sean Campbell. I was going to say Sean Campbell. That's our 87. They're 87. Just make sure. That definitely was an 87. If I don't see an 87 listed on.
So 1st and 10 from the Husky 32, 58.7 remaining.
Pass drop back. Huskies pressure, batted up in the air, and incomplete. Nice job batting that one up. $95 for Damari Harvey. Got 3 Harveys, all on defense. So it's Damari Harvey with the batted pass. We'll get credit for a pass breakup. Oh, nice one-hand grab, completion, and
falls just short of the end zone.
Just short of the end zone.
Almost fell backwards into it. But a great one-handed completion by the Wolverines.
as the Huskies defense clearly, we got a few backups in there now. It's an injured Wolverine player. Call the trainers down. So both teams basically playing loose now with, the game decided basically. Huskies up 56-17 with 41 seconds left as San Bernardino is looking to try to tack on another 6. Even though outcome's pretty academic at this point, Albert. So Marbella Flores who's had an excellent running season, mentioned, she'll be competing for a state title in a couple weeks. Women's volleyball is experiencing their best season ever. Already first 20-win season in program history. But maybe in a little bit of a pickle in terms of qualifying for playoffs. The mighty RPI standings, as a lot of institutions like to refer to, not quite in their favor. Unfortunately, they lost yesterday to Cerritos, a team that's kind of behind them in the standings and the ratings. But the Huskies
that could hurt them a bit.
It could. So basically, their last shot to finish, not just finish the season strong, but to help them secure a playoff bid is at home Wednesday, sophomore night, against Long Beach. Long Beach had an excellent season. Huskies did go take one from the Vikings last month in impressive fashion, a road win. So they'll need one more to try to make the strongest case possible for a playoff bid. As San Bernardino just dives in for the touchdown. Only needed 1 yard to go. So with 29.5 seconds left, put 6 more on the board for the visitors. 56-23 with the extra point pending. I think I hear Richie Rosales saying that they should go for 2. The Wolverines should.
And that's exactly what they're going to do.
Somebody heard him. Hey, Richie, they heard you. So the Wolverines here will go for 2, and why not? They're going to take a timeout to think about it.
Timeout, Wolverine.
So I kind of went around the horn a little bit with sports and everything, but back to the matter at hand, which is the Huskies getting the win today. Still have more business to take care of. Today's win will make them a better bid for them to get a postseason bowl bid. They can make an even better case if they can close out the regular season next week with a win against Cerritos. And the cheerleaders are singing happy birthday to somebody down there. Oh, it's one of the cheerleaders' birthday. Don't know who the gentleman is, but I'm sure he's being serenaded by his cheer squad. Nice gesture there. So the Wolverines listen to Richie Rosales, who's working the clock and scoreboard. So they are going to go for 2. Flush back out and dropped, but there's a flag. Looks like it was dropped by 2 receivers. It bobbled, almost nearly caught by 1, and then almost bobbled and dropped by the second. But then there was a flag on the play. I guess you'd say this would be a part of the game, when the game's basically decided that you really want just to get these last minutes or seconds over.
So pass interference called here on East LA. So we will line it up again.
Well, the first, we were talking before you got your tacos or at halftime, Albert, that the first half did go fairly quickly. Not so much in the second half.
Nope.
And again, a game that's basically been decided. Huskies were in control throughout. But it was just a lot of penalties, particularly in the second half. It's kind of slowed things down. And they're going to run it, pitch it outside, and they do get the 2-point conversion.
And the 2-point conversion is
There isn't gambling at this level, right? You don't think anyone had a point?
Not officially.
Just kidding, Richie. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Probably just some, say, hey, bet you Alvarez throws one here. He's one of those.
So that have I think one of our cameramen is muttering that it's taking 10 minutes to run the 10 seconds off the clock.
He's not entirely wrong.
No, he's not. It's the type of thing that can make the press box be a little delirious. I don't know how many tacos you can give folks to keep that from happening.
More than 3.
Okay.
More than 3.
Well,
I'm fine with 3.
Okay.
3 is good enough for me.
Thank you, Al.
But some camera people, they stand a lot, so need a little more sustenance.
I see.
I empathize.
And they're going to try an onside kick that goes out of bounds. I mean, we're kind of in what the heck territory, right? I guess both teams, games decided, we're just going to do whatever here.
Yeah.
I guess nobody has dinner. I guess nobody has dinner plans. Maybe nobody has club plans either.
Well, I mean, don't we gain an hour officially tonight?
Is that today?
I think it's officially fallback season,
Well,
for the last time.
Well, you know what? That might explain something. Maybe that's why they're stretching this out so that if we're going to get an extra hour in the club anyway. And finally, we get to the kneel down in the end of this one. Kneel down is in and done, and with 39 seconds left on the play clock and 22 seconds left on the game clock, this one is a wrap. Took a while for the last, for that fourth quarter, particularly the latter half of that fourth quarter to finish, in a game that's been decided for a while. But Huskies get the win, control the game from start to finish, and they're going to walk away from this one winners over San Bernardino Valley, 56-25. Huskies will conclude their schedule, their regular season schedule, back here at Weingart next week. We'll be here, me and Albert.
Falcons of Cerrito College will be visiting, of course.
And the Falcons not having the same season they had last year, but you got to think that they're thinking about revenge from last year because the Huskies were the first team to hang a loss on them down at Cerritos when Cerritos was ranked number 4 in the state, undefeated.
Yeah,
So
it's going to be one of those games that's meaningless for Cerritos other than we want to spoil your fun. That's the type of game it's going to be.
Spoil your fun, perhaps try to spoil the Huskies' shot at hosting a bowl game, a postseason bowl game. So both teams will meet at the kind of middle field to kind of hug it out, shake it out. Usually you would have the typical handshake line, but I guess they're not doing it. I guess they're just saying, hey, there was some tempers flaring in this one, and there was extracurricular activity. Again, more than you would think for a blowout, but teams are hugging it out at the end. Good to see the good sportsmanship show up at the end. And with that, Albert, we are done, aren't we?
We are done.
All right. So thank you guys for watching. Huskies, again, win this one in convincing fashion, 56-25 over the visiting Wolverines of San Bernardino Valley College. We'll be back here next Saturday. Huskies wrap up their regular season against Cerritos with hopefully a bowl bid on the line. And for Albert Robles, I'm Cerwin D, Haynes, Sports Information Specialist for East LA College. You've been watching Huskies football on SportsNetUSA.net. Good night. Peace.
See you next time.